What happened to all the goals you set for this year? We try again next year. Every year, New Year's resolutions, but 2-3 months in, you've already failed most of them. I recently realized that all the goals I set for myself, everything I wrote down in 2015, I have achieved every single one of them, or I have started to achieve them. And that's when it hit me. I've built this skill, and this skill is transferable. Let me teach you how to actually achieve those goals. Anyone that knows me associates me with this phrase, dreams don't turn to dust. But if you don't know who I am, my name is Tolu Foyeh. I'm one of the co-creators of Kugali and Disney's Iwaju TV series on Disney+. And I'll talk more about some of my achievements soon, but first, let's focus on the purpose of this video. I want to help people who are like me, where I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And let's be clear, when I say I want to help, this is not an online course, it is a mentorship program. It is not going to be free, but you are not going to be sitting there on your laptop watching tutorials. No, you are going to be on a call with me and I will train you one-on-one. Yes, there will be group classes, but after the group classes, I will give assignments, and when you do the assignments, I will personally review each person's assignment one-on-one. And this is not going to be something that will just last for 2 weeks. The training itself is only 6 days, but the reviews, checking your assignments, giving you feedback, being available so that you can book a call with me and discuss your progress, what is working, what is not working, and what changes you should make. That part will be accessible from the day you register for this program until the end of 2026. In other words, this is a 1-year mentorship program. I will be teaching you the systems that have worked for me. These are things that I've talked about in some of my videos before, but we will be going into much more details. I'll be giving practical examples from my own life and career. We'll talk about how to set be goals and not do goals. Now, do goals are what most people set. I want to lose 5 kg by the end of the year. I want to, come first in my class. I want to save 1 million naira. Those are do goals. But be goals are, I want to be physically fit. I want to be someone that has emergency money stashed away. I want to be someone that excels at so and so specific thing. Even though I've said it, many of you don't actually know how to do that, how to set big goals and not do goals. And this is one of the main things I'll be teaching you. However, even when you set your goals correctly, the more difficult thing is actually achieving those goals, because motivation fades. You need discipline and you need a system that will help you continue to achieve those goals even when you've lost your motivation. So I'm going to be walking you through the systems I use, the tools I use, the techniques I use. So let's talk about some of those goals I set in 2015 and the ones I've achieved so far. First of all, I defined myself. And you can see that what I wrote down in 2015 is still what is on my social media bio till today. That is how I introduce myself when I go for speaking engagements. The definition has not changed. I've remained consistent for 10 years. And all these things I have said about myself have become true. I remember, I think this was in 2014 when I saw someone come on stage and present his video game at the biggest game expo in the world at that time, which was E3. I just sent it to my family's group chat. I said, you see the way this guy came on stage, his charisma, his dressing, his style, everything. This is how I'm going to be when I come on stage to present my game in the future. Fast forward to 2023, and this is me at Game Developers Conference, meeting that very person that I used as an example to my family, and right now he is one of my mentors. I've always wanted to work with Japan. I've wanted to make anime and video games with Japanese studios. And this is me earlier this year speaking on stage in Japan. I got the opportunity to network with Japanese businesses. We're in talks. All these dreams, everything I have set out to do, I have either already done or am beginning to do. I already have a global, high quality animated TV series produced by my company and Disney Animation. And while I can keep going, some of the projects I'm working on with some companies are not yet things I can discuss in public, so those will have to wait. But by now, I think you get the point. I have set big goals, I wrote them down, and I have become that person. If you would like to be a part of this mentorship program, click the link in this video or the link in my bio. Fill the form and register. Because I will be dedicating time to each mentee one-on-one to respond to their questions and to review their assignments, I cannot take more than 10 people maximum. So I'm going to close registrations on the 24th of December, and whatever number of people I have at that time will be the only people on this mentorship program for the next 1 year. If I get more than 10 registrations, then I will only mentor the first 10 people and everyone else will be refunded. So click the link in my bio or click the link on this video and register as soon as possible. Like I said, the slots are very, very limited. See you when the training starts. And remember, dreams don't turn to dust.